Shabbat Shalom. Take your books and turn to page 654. We will start out tonight with Erev Shel Shoshanim. Page 654. Is that a little better? Erev Shel Shoshanim. Erev Shel Shoshanim. Netzena el habustan Mor besamim ul be'ora Leraglech miftan Laila yored le'ad Beruach shoshan nosvan Hava el chash lach shir balat Zemer shel ahava She'achar homazuna Roshek malet lalim Pichel haboker shoshana Ektebenu li Laila yored le'ad Veruach shoshan nosva Hava el chash lach shir balat Zemer shel ahava. Shabbat Shalom. I welcome you to Shabbat services, and in a week where we ended today with a little bit of rain and the clouds have been breaking and coming and going, I invite everyone to just take a moment and to gather ourselves, whether it is to release the moments that have built up over the week or to embrace the joys. We take a deep breath. On page 129, we find a part of Song of Songs, Dodi Li. And if you're in the smaller book, I will tell you that you're going to be looking for the page numbers in the brackets. If you're in the larger book, it will just be the regular page numbers. But on 129, we find the words of Dodi Li from Song of Songs. And this is a song that we interpret several different ways. We interpret it as God speaking to us personally, as God speaking to Israel, as us speaking to Shabbat, as God speaking to Shabbat. And somewhere in all of the metaphors, we have this image of a beloved being, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. And that's not exactly the words that we will sing, but it is the image that Dodi Li draws. And I invite you to join as we sing together those words on page 129. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Mi zot ola min hamidbar, mi zot ola Mekuteret mor ulevona, mor ulevona. Dodi li va'ani lo haroeh bashoshanim. Dodi li va'ani lo roeh bashoshanim. Libavtini achoti kala, libavtini chala, libavtini אחותי חלה, ליבבתי נחלה, דודי לי, אני לא הרואה, בשושנים דודי לי, ואני לא הרואה, בשושנים. אורי צפון ובואי תימן, אורי צפון ובואי תימן, דודי לי, דודי לי, אני לא הרואה, בשושנים דודי לי, ואני לא הרואה, בשושנים. On page 120, we find our candle blessings and our Kiddush on the following set of pages on 122, and it is my honor to invite up Emily Malik and Joseph Howard to lead us in, Joey Howard, to lead us in the candles and Kiddush. He gets Joseph when he's in trouble. My book does not have transliteration, so give us one moment. All right.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu l'chad l'gnei shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Page 122, and then across the page on 123, we have the blessings for Kiddush.
And there was evening and there was morning on the sixth day. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon l'inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'ei kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kibanu v'acharta v'eltanu kidasha mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat koshecha me'ahava u'ratzon inchalzanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekayim Shabbat. Amen. L'chaim. On page 138, wow, I have lots of books around me all of a sudden. On page 138, we find our poem for greeting Shabbat. And traditionally, in traditional synagogues, you will find all 9 verses being done, many of them with vigor. And we will not do 9 verses tonight, so I will let you know that. We'll only do, I know, right? We'll only do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, but we will stand on the 9th verse. It is our tradition as Jews, traditionally, to symbolically greet the Sabbath bride, and you do that by turning to the entrances where a person would normally be entering to welcome the Sabbath bride. So if you see everyone stand up and turn toward you, those of you who are sitting in the back, it's okay, just turn around too. They're not looking at you. Lecha Dodi, page 138. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat Kabela Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 2 likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor havrecha merosh mikedem nesucha sov ma'aseh b'machshavat techila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat kabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5 hitoreri Ki va'orei kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayik nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 9. Bohi v'shalom ateret balach gam besimcha ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה Lecha Dodi likrat kalai yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi b'nei Shabbat nekabela. While we've risen, we wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Yalalai, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi ligrat kalai, yalalai, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. On page 144, we find our Chatzi Kaddish, our half Kaddish, one of many that we do throughout Jewish services. This is our hinge prayer that gets us ready to begin our formal worship. I invite you to join as we chant the words together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divarach hirateh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayerecho beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv v'meru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Olal Me'al Maya Yitzbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitale V'yithalal Shemei D'Kedusha B'rechu Le'li Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'meru amen. On page 146, we rise for Baruch Hu as we join our voices in singing together. Lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Together at the top of page 149. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. Responsively at the bottom of page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and it gives. Then this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. On the next page, we find the central declaration of our faith. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone, the Lord is one. I invite you to join as we sing those words together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Gevo, Shem Gevo, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. On the next page, 154, we find the words of Ve'ahavta, words along with Shema inscribed upon the doorposts of the house and gates, and you can see them as you are moving about the synagogue. If you'll notice on many of the doors, most of the doors, at least going into most of the offices, we have mezuzot up, and so you can see the reminder of the words that we're about to chant together. So I invite you to join as we put our voices to ancient words on 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadabarim ha'ele Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayom Alevavecha Veshinantam Levanecha Vadibarta Baham Beshivtecha Beveitecha Uvlechnecha Vaderech Uvshochbecha Uvkumecha Ukshartam lehot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot beineinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Leman tizkeru, vasitem et kol mitzvotai, vitem kedoshim leloechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, Li'od lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Responsively at the top of page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, if there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Our song of redemption, Mi Chamocha, can be found at the top of the next page. Lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nera b'kodesh nora tehilo tosef ele nora tehilo tosef ele Malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei yam lifnei Moshe uMiriam ze Eli anu ve'amru ze Eli anu ve'amru Adonai yimlok le'olam va'ed Adonai yimlok le'olam va'ed. Let's try that last verse. Markifada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai gal Yisrael. Praise to you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hapurei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted but a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. Our song for the joy of Shabbat can be found at the bottom of page 162 with the words of Yismechu. Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei shomrei Shabbat v'korei onek Shabbat v'korei onek Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha shomrei shomrei Shabbat v'korei onek Shabbat v'korei onek Shabbat מקדשי שביעי שבת כולם ישבעו ויצנגו מטובך ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת וקוראי עונג שבת והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו חמדת ימים אותו קראת ישמחו במלכותך Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Vekorei Honek Shabbat, Vekorei Honek Shabbat, Zecher, Zecher, Lemaaseh, Lemaaseh Bereshit, Zecher, Lemaaseh, Lemaaseh Bereshit, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Vekorei Honek Shabbat, Vekorei Honek Shabbat. On pages 164 through 170 on the even pages, we find the first four prayers of Tefillat HaAmidah, our standing prayer, so called because the word Amidah does mean to stand. And so we chant the words on the even pages, 64, 66, 68, 70, and so on and so forth. And then when we finish, we give ourselves that moment to continue silently throughout the rest of the entire extended prayer. Sometimes we think of Tefillat HaAmidah as just the first four prayers, but it's not. It goes all the way through. And so I invite you to rise as we turn to page 164. I invite you to maybe relax your shoulders a little bit, take a moment to stretch out if you need to as we begin our chanting. 164. Adonai Sephatai Tiftach Uvi Agita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei HaKol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umei Gula Livnei Bneihem, L'man Shemo Be'ava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Atara V'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umarid HaGashem, Mechalgel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim Verofei Cholim, Asurim, Umechayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umidomelach, Melech Memit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechayot metin, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hametim. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, V'kedoshim b'chol yom yihalalu v'asela, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Whether it is the words of the Siddur or the words of your own heart, I invite you to continue praying silently through page 183. You may be seated whenever you are ready. Please take the time that you need. יהיו לרצון נמרפים, יהיו לרצון נמרפים, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Oh, may the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my Redeemer. Ose shalom bimromah, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru, ve'imeru. On page 364, we find words of Kimitzion and the other prayers that come after it on the even pages. I invite you to rise as we open the Ark and remove the Torah for the reading of Parashat. Why did I not write that down? By Parashat Tol'dot. הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. All right. He doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I'm going to call up Ben Jones to lead us in the Torah blessing. Ben, what is your Hebrew name? Shaul. Ya'amod Shaul ben Avraham la Torah. There we go. We're starting right here at the top.
Baruch Adonai Hamubarak Lil. I'm sorry. Baruch Adonai Hamubarak.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamubarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamubarak. Baruch Adonai Hamubarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Amen. Vayir'eh Tol'dot Yitzchak. These, yeah.
They led Tol'dot Yitzchak. Huh, okay. Let's see what that says.
Just a moment. I did this again earlier. I rolled it too tight. Okay.
Here we go.
Va'ele Tol'dot Yitzchak. There we go. These are the generations of Yitzchak. Va'ele Tol'dot Yitzchak ben Avraham. Avraham holid. Abraham gave or begot, calls to be begotten. He didn't do it himself. Sarah did that. Et Yitzchak. Thank you. Vayehi Yitzchak ben Arva'im Shana. And Yitzchak was 40 years old. Bekachto et Rivka bat Betuel Ha'amari Mepadan Aram Yep, thank you. Achot Lavan Ha'arami. Let's stop and translate for just a moment. So, let's start at the very top. And these are the generations of Yitzchak. Yitzchak was son of Abraham. Yitzchak was 40 years old after Abraham begot him. Yitzchak was 40 years old when he took. We haven't gotten really. Yeah, we have. When he took Rivka, the daughter of Betuel, Arami, the Aramaean, Mi Padan Aram, from Padan Aram, Achot. Thank you. The sister of Lavan, which I like to say in English, Laban, the sister of Lavan, Ha'arami, the Arami as well. And we're going to switch over to English very quickly so we can hear exactly what is happening in the full thing. Isaac entreated Adonai opposite his wife because she was barren. Adonai allowed God's self to be entreated by him, and his wife Rivkah conceived. The children agitated within her, and she said, "If so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of Adonai. And Adonai said to her, "Two nations are in your womb. Two regimes from your inside shall be separated. The might shall pass from one regime to the other, and the elder shall serve the younger." When her term to bear grew full, then behold, there were twins in her womb. The first one emerged red, entirely like a hairy mantle, so they named him Esau. After that, his brother emerged with his hand grasping on the heel of Esau, so they called his name Yaakov, heel grasper. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. So there's the correct verb of who bore the twins there. The lads grew up, and Esau became one who knows trapping, a man of the field. But Jacob, was a wholesome man, abiding in tents. Isaac loved Esau, for game was in his mouth. But Rebekah loved Jacob. Jacob simmered a stew, and Esau came in from the field, and he was exhausted. Esau said to Jacob, "Pour into me now some of that very red stuff, for I'm exhausted." He therefore called his name Edom. Just a side note that probably a scribe added later. Jacob said, "Sell as this day your birthright to me." And Esau said, "Look, I'm going to die. So of what use to me is a birthright?" How many of you get that angry when you are about to die of hunger? "Oh my gosh, just give it to me now." Jacob said, "Swear to me," Jacob's very smart, "swear to me as this day." He swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew, and he ate and drank, got up and left. Thus Esau spurned the birthright. If you come tomorrow, we'll pick up the story and keep reading through.
You ready? All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you very much. Hangry. Have you ever been so hangry that you sold your birthright? I've done a lot of things when I was hangry, but I don't think I've sold my birthright. We want to pause for just a moment, as is tradition, to remember those in our community, those who are sick. On our list, we have James Anderson, Alicia Lewis Ashford, Deborah Atwood, Sandy Berman, Margie Block, Gavin Brannon, Jeanette Briggs, Lauren Rosenbaum Brown, Joanne Burwell, Marian Epstein, Ann Grunfest Jarash, Philip Gordon, Van Hart, Eric Heron, Bill Howell, Jerry Jacobs, Bob Levingston, Andrew Lewis, Ruth Lieberman, Nancy Malden, Philippa Newfield, Robert Pack, Jerry Prince, Damian Riggs, Yolanda Henderson Riggs, Joyce Solomon, Michael Sawyer, Betty Shornick, Sally Shornick, Alan Silverblatt, Leanne Silverblatt, Gilbert Solik, Hunter Sparkman, Laura Still, Alyssa Rubinsky-Stein, Catherine Weiner. If there are any names that you would like to add or any names that I may have mispronounced, please let us know as I indicate. We join their names with others we may have in our heart as we turn to page 371 as we sing together the words of Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Toward the bottom of 371, we find Birkat HaGomel, our Thanksgiving blessing. Are there any birthdays or anniversaries that we have celebrated this past week? Is there anything special? Anyone have any surgeries that they're grateful they're finished? Any type of degrees that are coming down the pipeline? Anything like that? Let us know. Yes. That is awesome. Mazel tov. Anyone else?
Not yet,
It's
it's Sunday.
Sunday. You get what? You get one more week. Ah, George. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So on 371, we have this Thanksgiving blessing, and we're going to do it in both Hebrew and in English. Let's do it in Hebrew first. So all together, those of us who are celebrating, those of us who had something, I'll lead this prayer. Those of you who mentioned it something. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sheg malanu kol tov. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has bestowed every goodness upon us. And everyone responds, Amen. Mi sheg malchem kol tov, hu yig malchem kol tov, Selah. Amen. May the one who has bestowed goodness upon us continue to bestow every goodness upon us forever. Thank you. We are going to continue to do that custom. So think of things during the week. If there's something you want to celebrate, please bring it with you. On page 370, we find Hagba Uglila, our raising and our dressing of the Torah. And so I would like to invite up Tamar Sharp. I would also like to invite up Joey and Ben as well. They were just at the recent class where we studied all the different parts of the Torah, and so I'm going to have them come up and help me dress the Torah, since that was what they did on Wednesday. I invite you all to rise as we join together. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. This week we enter the world of Tol'dot, a portion that feels different from the ones surrounding it. The drama of Abraham is past. The full intensity of Jacob has not yet arrived. Instead, we find ourselves with Isaac, a figure who often slips into the background of our imagination. He doesn't really cross deserts or climb mountains. He doesn't argue or wrestle with angels or bargain with God. In fact, if you blink, you might miss him. And yet, Tol'dot invites us to linger with Isaac because the Torah seems to suggest that holiness doesn't only show up in grand, sweeping moments. Sometimes it grows out of steadiness, out of a life that looks ordinary on the surface, but one that is shaped by quiet devotion underneath. Isaac doesn't build armies or lead migrations. What does he do? He opens wells. Wells don't shout for attention. Wells, as in water. They're not monuments. They're not prophetic speeches. They're holes in the ground to keep the community alive. And Isaac spends this entire portion uncovering the ones his father dug, restoring what had been forgotten, and making sure water is available for whoever needs it next. If Abraham is the patriarch of courage and Jacob is the patriarch of transformation, Isaac might be the patriarch of maintenance. The board is laughing because they heard this earlier this week too. The one who cares for the sacred by tending it gently. There is something deeply spiritual in that image. Wells don't reveal themselves to casual passersby. You have to be someone who knows how to look for what's hidden. You have to trust that beneath the dust and the heat and the layers of sand, there is something life-giving waiting to be uncovered. Isaac seems to live with that kind of trust, a trust that doesn't depend on grand revelations or spectacular encounters. And that brings us to something many of us wrestle with: how to love God when our experience of God is quite or complex or evolving. Abraham hears a call. Jacob dreams of ladders and angels. Isaac hears, almost nothing. His spiritual life, at least from the Torah, is not built on constant communication from heaven. It's shaped by patience, by repeating small acts that matter, by looking for what's beneath the surface. And yet Isaac is not any less connected to God than the other patriarchs. His way of relating to the holy is simply different. It's softer, more inward, less certain. And the Torah makes room for that. It even honors it, which means we have permission to do the same. Some of us experience God as a powerful presence who watches over creation. Others of us encounter God as the pulse of the universe or the unfolding of life itself. Some feel God only in the quiet moral tug that nudges them toward compassion and justice. And some move among several of these images over the course of a lifetime. If we're honest, most of us move through several of these images throughout our lifetime. Isaac models a kind of faith that doesn't require absolute clarity in order to be real. He doesn't need God to appear in the clouds. He doesn't need a thunderclap or a burning bush or a command to sacrifice his son. His relationship with the holy comes from showing up, from paying attention, from uncovering the sources of life in the world around him. In other words, he teaches us that loving God doesn't begin with certainty. It begins with openness and the willingness to search and to keep searching, even when the landscape feels plain. Isaac's wells remind us that each of us draws sustenance differently, but the source, however we understand it, is deep enough for all of us. Some draw from prayer, some draw from nature, some from learning, some from community, and still some from stillness. All of these are legitimate ways of encountering the sacred. So as we move deeper into Tol'dot, perhaps we can take Isaac's gentleness as an invitation to notice the quiet places where meaning shows up, to tend the parts of our spiritual lives that need care, and to honor our own path toward the sacred, even if it's not loud or dramatic or obvious to anyone else. Because sometimes the holiest thing we can do is simply keep digging, trusting that beneath everything there is living water. Shabbat Shalom. Traditionally, on the Shabbat before the changing of the month, we announce that during the service, and we did not announce that last week. And so, halakhically, once the day is passed, and it has passed, we are now on the 2nd, that's okay. There are other things we can do. And so there's another ritual that can be done anytime from now until the full moon. And that ritual, you can find at least part of it. The words were at the back when you came in. And I'm going to invite everyone to join in both the Hebrew and the English. It is the sanctification of the moon. It is a prayer that is traditionally done at some point as the moon itself is waxing, as it is growing larger. And so while the time may have passed for us to do the proper blessing for the new month, the time has not passed for us to bless the growing moon as the month continues. Let's join together. Lavana natan tiferet v'hadar, lehit chadesh beito v'lifer yotzra, baruch ata Adonai, mechadesh charashim. To the moon, God gave a beautiful shining form for glory and for splendor, to be renewed at its proper time, and to reflect the radiance of its maker. Blessed are you, Adonai, who renews the months. On page 374, we rise as we return the Torah to the ark. We will do the prayers on that page, and then we will remain standing as we flip on over to page 586 after that. But please join us on page 374. Yehalalu et Shema Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado. Page 586. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'azinu l'aseh b'shir, shelo asu b'leil abaso, v'lo samanu b'mishpatot Adonai, may be seated. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and to old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your sister walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words and better than sounds. Look for me in the people I've known and the people I've loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not just in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children who need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Our thoughts over those who are observing the yard sites for Sadie Bloom, Carl Bonas, Marion Doctor, Theodore Eisen, Howard Fishman, Saul Grossman, Dorothy Hoffman, Melvin Katz, Aaron Lehman, Florence Lehman, Isidore Lehman, Albert Mitchell, Myron Ronas, Ray Rozalski, Rosemary Sharp, Melvin Slifkin, Jolie Smith, Molly L. Spitzberg, Ben Weiner, Hope Zimmerman. If there are any names that you would like to add, if you are in Shiva Shloshim or the first year of mourning, or any names that you would like to correct, please let us know as I indicate. On page 598, we find Kaddish Yatom, our prayer that we say when faced with death, faced with the memories of those who have passed. It is not a prayer that you would think would come at this time. It is a prayer of praise to God. And we join our voices together. If it is your tradition, I invite you to rise or be seated as we join in Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'almad yivarach yirateh v'yamlich malchuteh, B'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayedecho Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Yivarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yit varach v'yishtabach v'yitnaseh, Vit hadar vit ale vit halal shemei kiddusha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'sherata tush bichata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, to which we say Amen. You may be seated. Announcements. Would you like to give the announcements, Rachel? Yes. I have them right here.
I know Zach was giving you a hard time about it earlier. Good evening. Tomorrow morning, we will have Shabbat services at 9 a.m. Torah study will follow at 10:45, and be sure to join us at 5:30 for Havdalah. And afterwards, we'll go out to eat together. No religious school this Sunday. It starts back on December 7th. Several items have been added to the bookcase in the back that are free to take. Among these are Hanukkah gift wrap and books. Please feel free to shop. Speaking of Hanukkah, this is great, whoever wrote this. Speaking of Hanukkah, please RSVP for the dinner, which is on the 14th of December. Please RSVP. It cuts off in December 8th. I smelled the brisket last week. You have to come to Hanukkah. It's going to be terrific. And then the envelope fundraiser is ongoing through Thanksgiving, so please either choose an envelope or two from the lobby on the online or donate to this annual event. We need to, this is good. We need to move that thermometer. And since next week is Thanksgiving with all the sales, please consider spending some of that money on an envelope. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much.
Did you write it? It's terrific.
I did not. Sheila wrote this.
Sheila, terrific copy.
Yes, that was awesome. Her closing song is going to be Beam Bam Shabbat Shalom. It is not in the prayer book because those are literally the words. Beam Bam Shabbat Shalom. So join us in singing. Please rise. Beam Bam, beam, 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 bam. Beam, 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 bam. Beam, bam, beam, 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 bam. Beam, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Beam, bam, beam, 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 bam. Beam, 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 bam. Before we go, thank you, St. Luke's Methodist, for joining us tonight. Thank you for all of you, and Shabbat Shalom. Ted is bringing up Halechem. Let us do our prayer together. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for prayers. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.